Hi, my name is Alan Dow. Welcome to Perspectives on the Pandemic. I'm here today with Bella Sood and Margaret Rittenhouse from VCU Health, and we're talking about wellness and with this disrupted time with the pandemic, how people can maintain their wellness. So Dr. Sood, maybe we'll start with you. What kind of recommendations do you have for the lay public in terms of maintaining our own personal wellness with such disruption around us?
Yes, certainly. I think we all can personally say how it's disrupted our lives. The social distancing, as well as being in close quarters with people, your own family, which you are not usually around that much, and having children at home, working from home with kids, sort of interrupting that, and they are your sort of best. The best folks in your life, and you don't want to push them away. So it really poses a major issue for most of us. So the first thing that I would suggest is, and I think it took me a while to really come up with a schedule and a routine that I would follow, getting up every morning. Perhaps, you think that you can just hang around in your clothes. I think it's a good idea to act as if you're going to work, if you're actually working, so that you have this, at least this artificial sense that you have a day in front of you, which you are going to go about conducting yourself. You have to have, obviously, a simultaneous routine for your family, and how you honor that and make that happen, because I see a lot of people with young children whose schoolwork is really a major problem to manage. So you have to sort of figure out how your work day as well as that's going to go, and how do you sort of sort out your own, your significant other or you who's going to take care of the children. And that's another sort of issue. Along with your work, it is very important to have a schedule for exercising. Because you no longer can go to the gym, so you have to figure out things. Do you have to walk up your stairs and come down 20 times or 90 times, however you want to do that, to get your endorphins going? Really important. Eating well and eating healthy, because we do know that the weight can kind of go up, and that's going to make you very depressed in a very short while. So really coming up with a way of eating healthy is important, and really becoming creative with it. The fact that you can't go to the grocery store that often can sometimes be a big challenge. So know that, and ration the amounts that you're eating and how you're eating it becomes very important. And certainly having time to relax and to really mindfully think about life, because we are so used to having a life in which we march from one thing to another. This is a very, very important gift, actually, that we have to be more mindful, more thoughtful, and steadying ourselves in the labyrinth of busyness that we've had. So those can be very good things for you to structure your day. And certainly the idea of putting in one phone call to a family member who lives away, which you were planning on doing for the past 10 years and you didn't do it, those could be very nice adjuncts to what the day could hold. And I will let Margaret speak some more about some of the wonderful things that she has to offer.
Yes, so I really want to piggyback on what Bella Sood has said, and that everything she says, I would be saying right up front also. But then I think there's also a key about limiting social media. Social media and also just the news can be very discouraging, can be very exhausting. We're seeing this scrolling and this, it just is a loop that doesn't stop unless we pull ourselves out of it. And we have to be able to give structure to our children too, to not just stay in it, and so I think that's a really important thing, because it's almost like an addiction, and then it can get like very depressing, because what you see is either bad, 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 or else people who are posting all the good, 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 and neither of them is accurate for our real lives. So another key thing is if we can do any kind of what's called mindfulness. Now, there are a lot of free apps. And also, if you just go on YouTube and you put in the words mindfulness meditation, they're very easy to find. Some lovely, wonderful guided things for children, for teens, and also for adults to be able to just be calm. You can also put in time. You can put in 5 minutes if that's all you can afford, but it's still worthwhile to do that. And so at the beginning of the day or the end of the day or both, to be able to do some kind of mindfulness, to be able to do some type of also what's called 3 good things or gratitude, being able to name the things that you're appreciative of or that you have gratitude for, helps you to focus on things that there's lots of goodness around us if we focus on that. There are many, many pieces of silver linings throughout all of this, things that are changing that if we only focus on how awful and terrible it is, then we miss the good things, like maybe that the flowers are blooming outside, or that we see a bald eagle or whatever it might be. And then so when we focus on those things fill us up. Another thing that's really important is called altruism. When we do good things for other people, we really fill ourselves up. That giving to others gives us goodness. And so we may want to remember ways that we can do nice things for other people who may have less than we do. This idea of perspective is also really important, that, we aren't in the worst case scenario. Think about if we were in a developing country and we weren't in a developed country such as the US, what things might really be like. So keeping that perspective that this could be a lot worse, but also it's not great. So, we don't want to minimize that this is a scary time, that this is hard, but really keeping ourselves as well as we can with the tools that we have, and then using our resources to help ourselves.
That's great advice for us to sort of be well and to stay well as we try to get through this. I know it's probably going to be a long run for all of us, and I appreciate the advice of both of you. Take care.